friends! I haven't posted a video in a while, but I wanted to get back into doing YouTube. So I was looking for ideas. I was searching for ideas. And recently I've been really into, or starting to get into, collecting physical media in all forms, but I don't have that big of a collection, so I wanted to make a video on what I've currently started collecting. I'm just gonna go all through my music because it's really not that much, but I wanna see where I start, and then in a few years I can look back on this and be like, oh my god, I literally had nothing. So this is gonna sound ridiculous. I don't have a record player, but I've been collecting vinyl. I used to have, or I technically still do have, a suitcase record player from middle school that I don't use because I know that they're really bad for vinyl. I had a small, like really small, I wouldn't even call it a collection, of like 10 vinyl from middle school when I first got my record player, but I wanted to start collecting more because I'm really into mostly pop music, so most of the music you're gonna see is all like Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo, and yeah. I have been wanting to collect more of their like rarer stuff, and most of that has to do with their vinyl, so that is really what got me into it, and I just can't play any of it until I get a record player, but I'm also broke. So this is a lot of stuff that I'm going to show you is stuff that I got secondhand or for cheap. Like this one. This one I took off the tag, but I got it just a couple days ago. It's Chapel Roan, and I got it for $5 because, let me take it out and show you. One of the, oh gosh, this vinyl misprinted the sticker for the center. So they were selling it at my local record store for only $5, and I thought that that was worth it because it has 2 records in it, so most of the songs play. Actually, only 2 of the songs on this are covered. I believe, unfortunately, it's Casual and Coffee, which are my 2 favorite songs, or 2 of my favorite songs on this album, but it's okay because I think it's still really worth it because I literally got it for $5. I'll zip through most of these a lot faster. This is one of them that I got from middle school. I do love this musical, but this is very much, you'll be able to tell what my music taste was like in middle school. I don't have any sleeves for my 10-inch, because this is my only one. This is a record by Dodie. Once again, this is from middle school. I still love her to this day, and I actually do need Build a Problem on vinyl because I love all of her music. This is the 20th anniversary of Evanescence's Fallen, which is one of the best albums of all time, I believe. This is a Girl in Red album. I believe it's actually 2 EPs put together, and I don't remember what it's called. This is La La Land, and this I also got in middle school. It's just such a good soundtrack. This is another one I got in middle school, and actually I had never listened to Lana Del Rey before I got this album because it was a gift from my brother and his girlfriend at the time. It was now his wife. I just remember listening to it for the first time, and it was really life-changing. This is still my favorite Lana Del Rey album, and I've listened to all of them now, but it's still my favorite just because of like getting this and listening to it for the first time on vinyl, which is just crazy. This is Leve's Bewitched, the Goddess edition. So it's super thick, like compared to a normal record. It's like 2 times the size. It has a board game in it, which I have not constructed because I don't want to touch it because I'm like, I don't want to mess it up, but it's so cute. All of this is such like a perfect way to make a deluxe album, I think. Once again, we're back at records from middle school. It is still one of my favorite albums of all time. I think that this is the best Marina and the Diamonds album. Another Marina and the Diamonds. So good. Not my favorite. I will say that this might actually be, I don't want to be mean. This might be one of my least favorites, but I love this album as well. Okay, I have 2 of the same album. I'm gonna show you. I have Crybaby, which I got in middle school. Then I have Crybaby again, which I got less than a month ago because I got this as a Christmas present from my friend Kimber. First of all, it's the deluxe edition, which is not what my other one is. And it is a special edition that is pink from Target. 10 years, almost. Oh my gosh, it's almost been 10 years since this album came out, I think. Or did it come out in 2014? Was it 2015 or 2014? Then we have Crybaby's Extra Clutter, which is actually from middle school as well. So I had the original, and then I had this on top of that. So I did have the whole album, but now I have it all in one thing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show your MF Doom. Do you wanna come in and show your MF Doom? Okay. This is not mine. This is my boyfriend's, but I got it for him recently. This is a QR code that is not actually on the album. This is MF Doom's Food, which I've never listened to, but it is his and it is in my collection because it is his only vinyl. Another one from middle school, Panic at the Disco's Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die, which at the time was my favorite album by Panic at the Disco, which I think is just crazy. I need A Fever You Can't Sweat Out because Ryan Ross is what makes Panic at the Disco. I am now on the hunt for all of the Paramore albums because Paramore is my favorite band. You're going to see a lot of Paramore in my CDs. The two main ones you're going to see are Paramore and Taylor Swift. Yeah, so this is the start of the vinyl collecting of Paramore. This is in its purple case, but this is Guts Spilled, the record store day edition, well, one of the record store day editions, with a red vinyl and a purple vinyl, which I'm super excited about. I just got it for Black Friday record store day of 2024. I want to show these, even though I haven't shown a lot of the other cool ones I have. I'm just really excited about this one. I don't want to take it out of this because it's too much effort. But here's the red one. It's so pretty. I'm obsessed with it. No pun intended, because Olivia. And then here is the purple one, which is also so pretty. Recently got debut after also getting Fearless Platinum Edition, but that is not with me currently. No Taylor's version of Fearless, actually. Midnight's Jade Green Edition, because I think that one is the prettiest. And Tortured Poets Anthology. This is huge, and I'm scared to take it out of the plastic because it is ripping at the seams on the one I currently have. This is a really old and tattered West Side Story that I got, I think, also in middle school, but it was at a secondhand store. Lastly, but certainly not least, is Kiki's Delivery Service, which I also just got less than a month ago for Christmas from my friend Mia. That I'm so excited about this. I have been wanting this, some sort of physical music, whether it be CD or vinyl, for so long. This is one of my favorite movies. I would say my favorite, but I think it kind of changes. The soundtrack to this is what I listen to pretty much anytime I'm studying. If you did not know, I student teach, and I like playing music in the background that just doesn't have words so that the students can stay focused. This is one of my favorite things to put on. All right, so that is all of my vinyl. Let me move on to my CDs. So I started collecting CDs before vinyl. I started collecting CDs back when I first got a car, which would be about 17. I only had a few at first. Obviously, that's how all collections start. I was just keeping them in my car until I finally got one of those CD holders that's like can fit a ton of CDs without like actually having a case on it, but I never got rid of the cases, so I just kept the cases in my room and then kept all of the CDs actually in my car. But now I like keeping them in their actual cases and then using a CD player in my apartment. First off is Black Keys Brothers, Cage the Elephant's Melophobia, Dodie's Build a Problem. So I was saying I want that on vinyl, but I do already have it on CD. Dodie's You. Oh my gosh, I don't even think I said You when I was showing you the vinyl. This is You. Another copy of Evanescence's Fallen. I want to say this is how I first listened to Evanescence's Fallen, when I finally got a car and was just buying CDs for fun, because I really only knew Going Under and Bring Me to Life. This is a CD that I got after my grandma passed away. She had a collection of just a few, and she actually had my old CD player, so after she passed, I got back my CD player and all of the CDs she had. So this is a Stan Getz, Gilberto? I don't know. Another Stan Getz, I believe. Yes, another person, but specifically Stan Getz is who I recognize. Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. Guardians of the Galaxy Deluxe. This has the first movie's soundtrack and the first movie's, like, score. This is Melanie Martinez's Portals, and it's signed, look how pretty. I think that Portals is her best album, but lots of people disagree with me on that. Mouse Rat's album. If you don't know what Mouse Rat is, it is a band in Parks and Rec.
Don't they have like 2 billion names?
Yeah, they do have 2 billion names, but Mouse Rat is what they ultimately land on. A Fever You Can't Sweat Out. Panic at the Disco, which this is the best Panic at the Disco album, and it is their first. Paramore's After Laughter, which I love this album. It's so good. The best Paramore album, Brand New Eyes. The close second would be All We Know Is Falling, but you'd disagree. Many people would disagree.
Right.
Did you say Right or Riot?
Riot.
Is the second best?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently this is the second best. This is why. See, I told you I have a lot of Paramore. I do need All We Know Is Falling on CD, and I need self-titled Paramore on CD. Pearl Jam 10, Sour, and I am going to brag a little bit about this. When I met Olivia, which was in 2021 after Sour came out, the month after Sour came out, I believe, I listened to this on the whole way up to Disneyland, with my friends. We were just listening to it and talking about how much we love Olivia. And we're talking about how, like, there's always famous people at Disneyland, but, like, never people we care about meeting. That day, when we got to Disneyland, Olivia was there. And that's how I met Olivia, was that day at Disneyland after listening to Sour the whole way up. The month after Sour came out. Crazy. Just so wild. Britney Spears, Blackout. Barbra Streisand, A Star Is Born, also from my grandma. Is This It by The Strokes, which I love this album so much. This is another one that I got back in high school when I first was getting CDs. And I think I only knew one song off of it and just was like, I'm just gonna get it so I can listen to every song. Recently, when I was visiting my parents, I was at a record store with them, and my dad was just getting into collecting vinyl as well. And I forced him to get that album because I love it. Fully Do, Fall Out Boy. I don't know how to pronounce it. More Barbra Streisand. Why are they separate? Oh, my alphabetical order is off. Uh-oh. A very scratched up 21 Pilots Blurry Face. This was originally my friend Kimber's. Actually, a few of these in here were originally my friend Kimber's. Oh, this one is scratched too, but this one's my fault. Petals for Armor by Hayley Williams. Okay, you may have noticed, or you may not have noticed, that no Taylor Swift was in there. That's because I have a separate CD collection to show you of Taylor Swift. Starting with my most prized possessions in life. Signed Midnight's Blood Moon edition. Yeah, I didn't buy this for myself. This was from my friend Penelope. Thank you, Penelope. I love this so much. I'm obsessed with it. I do have every version of Midnight's on CD. This is why this is going to take so much longer, because I have so many variants of each thing. You already just saw Blood Moon. I mean, I guess not the cover. So I'll show you the rest. Jade Green? What is this one called? Is it Mahogany? What is this one? I forget what this version is even called. Moonstone Blue edition, which is just the regular. Lavender Haze. Every version of Midnight's, which is quite embarrassing. Debut. Speak Now, like, deluxe edition? There we go. I couldn't remember the word deluxe. I don't have anything Fearless. The reason for that is because I am trying to buy things secondhand only. So I'm looking for Fearless in the wild, but also there's a Fearless Taylor's version, and I don't have the money to buy things. So I didn't buy that when that came out, and so you're gonna see a couple things missing that are even Taylor's version. Speak Now World Tour, CD and DVD. This one was also secondhand. I bought this one for myself because Speak Now is my favorite album. Speak Now Taylor's version, which also has Hayley Williams on it. Red original version. Red Taylor's version. 1989 Deluxe original also has a lot of cracks in it. 1989, I only have this variant of it, Taylor's version. Reputation, Lover, Folklore. Evermore is the only thing I don't own Fearless. That kind of seems like I'm a Fearless hater. Uh-oh. I already showed all of my Midnights. I went out of order just to show you that. Here's where it's gonna get extra embarrassing. Tortured Poets version 1. This is just the original. Oh, it's about to get embarrassing. Tortured Poets Collector's Edition. Tortured Poets The Bolter Collector's Edition. Oh wait, you can't see it. There we go. Tortured Poets The Albatross Collector's Edition. The Black Dog Collector's Edition. Let me just clarify. This one that is just the regular, I didn't just buy this one. There's a reason I bought that one, and that's for my other most prized possession. Oh, she's kind of moving in her thing. I'll fix that afterwards. Tortured Poets Signed, which has a heart, which just is amazing. Can't believe I got this. I love it so much. There are a ton of CDs and vinyl around me now, but that is all of my music collection. I hope you like this, and hopefully my music taste isn't too embarrassing. I hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching. Bye! Yippee, yippee, yippee.